So the selfie front camera does work. As you can see, I've got all my stuff in the back here. I've got my rucksack from all my other stuff, non-armor related. Had a chance to meet, and did meet, the original Boomer actor. Unfortunately, I can't remember his name. Nice guy. And, first thing I said to him was, I grew up watching the original Battlestar Galactica, and, to me, he's always been Boomer. Not knocking the remake of it. I'm sure, it was a good show and all, but it's just, to me, it just wasn't BSG. I grew up with the original, and then the 1980 or whatever TV show, but that's what I grew up with. I grew up with that Boomer. Starbrick was a dude. He had some swagger about him, The Vipers look cool. The Cylons were awesome. They actually look, I think they were more menacing that way. That's just me. Even the Cylon ships looked better in my opinion. But I had a chance to meet Boomer. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough money to get an autograph and a photo. But I shook his hand twice, and that in and of itself was worth everything in the world. Well, not everything in the world, but it was worth a lot. It really meant a lot, because I've never met a big actor like that before in my life. Had a chance with my friend Jeremy to be in a picture with J. August Richards, I think that's his name, the guy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. turned into Deathlock. I was just in line because I was going to be the one taking the photo, but it turned out that he had someone there to take the photo. So I ended up standing off to the side, and the actor insisted that I be a part of the picture, so that was kind of neat. But it was a good trip. It really was. It's my first Comic-Con. And the big difference between this and the other cons that I've been to, which includes Anime Central, which also happened this weekend, but I did it last year, YumaCon last fall, and Midwest Media Expo about 3-4 weeks ago. Can't believe it's been that long. This is more of a buy stuff thing, where you go in, there's lots of artists and vendors and t-shirts, and then you have actors and whatnot to get autographs and photo ops. William Shatner was there. Sad thing is with him, he was basically walled off from everybody else, and that's kind of disappointing to me, because you're at an event that's for the fans, and then you kind of barricade yourself away from everyone. That's a little disappointing. Jeremy got to meet Carl Urban. Even got his helmet, his Halo 4 Master Chief helmet signed by Carl Urban. He said he was a real down-to-earth, nice guy. I was just happy to meet Boomer, because that's one of my childhood. That's from my childhood, man. And he was a real nice guy. Real nice guy. Oh, trying to think of anything else I can talk about. It's a long drive home. That's not long. 2 hours. Not not going to record the whole time. That'd be a waste of time. But it was a good trip. Friday was a little rough just because I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. Because I stayed up late working on things. Pardon me. I didn't have to. I stayed up late trying to finish something and that I didn't end up wearing because it flopped around. I didn't test it enough. My bad. I should have taken the time to test it more before I actually took it with me and tried to use it. But learning experience. Still on the fence about what I want to do this time next year. Part of me liked this. Part of me didn't. There wasn't near as much cosplay at this kind of convention as there are at the others, because this was more of a buy stuff kind of thing, and the other ones are kind of a party. There's things running during the day, there's stuff at night. This one, it starts at like 10 in the morning each day, except for Friday, it started at noon. And then it shuts down at like 6 or 7. So it's kind of like, it's almost kind of it's good for one day, but not all 3. At least as far as cosplay is concerned. I mean, it's fun to dress up, and I spent a lot of good time on Saturday hanging around with the 501st. The ones that I met, nice people. I met a scout trooper, I don't know his name. Met a Twi'lek, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Jedi, she was real nice. And met a Boba Fett. He was real nice. Real quiet guy. But gosh, I had to have been hanging around their booth for the better part of an hour or two. Talked to the scout trooper guy about what he uses for the fan. Because that's the one thing that I really, really, really wish I had. But of course it arrived Friday at my mom's house because I forgot to select shipping to go to my house. Either way, it wouldn't have done me a bit of good for this weekend because it arrived while I was out of town. If it arrived a couple of days sooner, great. I would have definitely rushed to get that put in. But it'll definitely be ready for YumaCon. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, I may not. So that's a thought. So I'm already planning on making a concept commando helmet from Halo Reach. And it's going to be the straight build one, not the one that has the bend in it. Because the straight build one, it does look a lot closer to the finished Carter helmet, just with the bill on it. Whereas the one I like doesn't. It has a bill, but it's straight, and I honestly think it looks meaner, and it looks cooler. So I've got to get my hide and gear, because I pepped it out, or the way I didn't pep it out, I pepped the visor out. But the way I put it, trimmed it, moved it around, because I increased the size to where it's going to fit over my head with the neck seal and everything. But so it's going to have plenty of room in it, which is going to be nice. But the debate is, or while I finish my thought on that, I arranged things in Papakura to where most of the helmet's going to be pretty easy to put together because real simple shapes, simple pieces. the hard part in and of itself, and this is why I started, because I tried pepping it once before. I got the whole face done, and it was way too small. Way too small. So I redesigned or reorganized where the parts and pieces were laid out, because I had to increase the size. But I really like to get that stuff done before YumaCon. I mean, I've got 5 months to get it done. So I'd like to get it done before YumaCon. And that way it kind of reduces the chances of me getting called Master Chief. Because, yeah, I've got the Mark V helmet, the classic Halo CE Anniversary Mark V helmet. It's my favorite helmet. I'm not gonna lie. Favorite one. Never get rid of the thing, because it's the first helmet I've made. So there's a lot of pride there. Say, I built this. Pardon me. But, you know, I want options. You know, it's like eventually I'd like to do the Halo Reach EOD helmet without the little side pod things. I'm going to paint it up like a Boba Fett helmet, because it kind of has that Mandalorian shape to it. It's got the visor up here, and then it's kind of a black section right here. So it kind of works out. It kind of works out nicely to be painted up like a Boba Fett helmet. I have a feeling I left my hat, left a hat, and my cheap sunglasses at Jeremy's. Not going to worry about it too much. Worst comes to worst, I'll get it at YumaCon. Got a lot of nice foam, neoprene foam from Vern. Very, very generous of him to do that. He's one of the nicest guys, and most talented guys, and most humble guys you could ever meet. I mean, I'm very fortunate to know him. When I was still researching how to do my armor before I even had any, you know, I'd see his work and I'd just be amazed. And then, you know, the time that, you know, the moment he had sent me a friend request on Facebook, I'm like, holy crap, you know, this guy wants to be friends with me. You know, this talented artist. Then I finally got to meet him for the first time last year at YumaCon, and had to control myself in the fact that I was really excited to meet him, because, you know, he's a real talented artist, and he's got, you know, he's in a lot of ways, a force to be reckoned with. I mean, he's a very talented artist, but met him at YumaCon on Friday, the Friday of YumaCon last year, and nicest guy. Funny, real talented, real humble. Obviously, I'm still driving. But I mean, what else am I going to do for, you know, a few minutes of my time? Than to just kind of take a video, record some thoughts. I might have to refer to this to remember things. My memory sucks. Boots held up great. First day they started, or on Friday they started to come apart, or the right toe piece started to come apart. Jeremy put some Loctite on it, and it solved the problem. Which, quite honestly, is to my surprise. I figured hot glue would be fine, because I hot glued it and screwed it. Actually, I think I forgot to do the hot glue part again, since it broke at Midwest. No, it did break at Midwest. It stayed on the boot, which I was happy about, but I never hot glued it back, so that probably was part of the problem. But I used some Loctite and it held up pretty good. I'll probably still add a little bit more hot glue to it just to kind of reinforce it. Finally hit exit 108, I-69. Used to take that a lot when I was drilling up in Grand Ledge. I'm kind of rambling now. I think if I have some more thoughts, I'll start recording again.